Hey everyone, welcome back to Sibs Unfiltered. This is Caitlin, Gen Z, aka the youngest sibling, aka your favorite sibling.
Hello, this is Sean Claude, the millennial middle child of the group. Yes.
Hi, this is Freny, the oldest sibling, Gen X, aka Ate, and welcome to my AMA.
Woo!
Woot woot.
This is the first in our 3-part AMA series where you guys ask questions and we answer them unfiltered. So I guess me and Kuiz are gonna go ahead and start asking you questions if you're ready.
Okay, I haven't looked at any of the questions, so
Yeah, lock your phone.
Yes, I definitely.
She said yes, her phone's still unlocked.
I'm ready.
Great.
Wonderful.
Starting off with oh my god, where am I going? Starting off, what was your biggest life lesson or heartbreak in life? Wow, starting strong.
Wow, that's a really
strong start.
That's really strong.
She's like, I didn't prep for this.
So my deepest. Repeat it. What is it?
What was your biggest life lesson or heartbreak in life? Choose one.
Okay, so my biggest heartbreak, because I feel like life lesson, I'm continuously learning, so I don't think there's anything that sticks out right now. But my biggest heartbreak was my breakup with Kuya Fred.
Crazy. You heard it here first, guys. They broke up. But that actually brings us to the second question, which is, how did you meet your husband?
I met my husband through a hip-hop dance group. He was a b-boy and a hip-hop dancer. We have a really good friend, a mutual friend. At the time was a mutual friend that introduced us, and we were part of a dance group together.
And then you guys got together.
And then we got together.
And then you broke up.
Of course, we broke up way after. Yeah.
When is way after?
Yeah.
How old were you when you met?
And like, what happened? What was the heartbreak like? Like, this is where you...
I was 19 when we met. Was I 19? No, I was... Oh my God. No, I was 18 when we met. I was 18 when we met, and I was turning 19. And probably maybe 2 or 3 years later, we broke up and then got back together. I think that was the time frame. This was a long time ago, guys. You're asking.
But then how close together did you guys get back together?
What do you mean by that?
Like, after you broke up?
Oh, we were separated for about maybe 3 or 4 months. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were separated for about 3 or 4 months. I mean, yeah, I was devastated. And I do have to say I looked really cute, though, because I lost me some weight. Albeit devastated. But yeah, and then it was about 3 months, I think. And then we got back together.
Cool.
Nice.
Hopefully we answered that to everyone's liking. And by we, I mean you.
Do they want more?
I know,
but
do you want more tea?
I feel like we're going to go through questions, and I think it'll all wrap up together, because, yeah, we'll see. If it doesn't, then we can go back into it.
We can have an episode dedicated to all the breakups within the Sibs.
Facts. It is my turn to ask a question of the questions that were given for Friendword. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Absolutely.
But you didn't like him when you met him.
You know what? You're right. It's because I feel energy. Caitlin's absolutely right. I did not like Fred when I first met him. But the reason I didn't like him is because, so our mutual friend, his name is Dan, right? He introduced us, and he's one of our very good friends, and he introduced me to him, and Kuya Fred was so he was so conceited. He looked at me like his face was all, I'm like, do you know who I am? Like, please.
I'm
Freny.
Friendword.
So I didn't like him. And then I remember when Dan told me that we were doing a dance group, and they're looking for girls. And then I met him again. You know, I was introducing my very good friend, Ellen, right? And I was like, oh, yeah.
So Dan's a good friend. Ellen's a really good friend.
Well, she's my girlfriend, right? She's my girlfriend. So I've known her forever. I've known her since she was 12. Mm-hmm. So I was introducing Fred and Ellen, and I didn't know they knew each other already. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's Fred. And I don't really know who he is. I really kind of dismissed him, and I was like, ugh, whatever. But it's because I felt, obviously at the time I'm not who I am now, so I didn't know, but there was definitely an energy there.
Well, let it be known, they were also both in relationships with other people.
He was not.
Oh,
I
you
was.
were. Did he like just go through a breakup?
He kind of, like maybe 7 months.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't
he's
just.
fine.
Yeah, he was fine.
He was in his single girl era.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Oh, okay.
Definitely was.
You were in a relationship.
Yes, I was in a relationship. And I wasn't looking for anyone at all, right? And we became dance partners. We were partnered together. And I was like, oh, God, him? Like, I really didn't want to be partnered with him. And then as we were practicing and going to practices and spending more time together, there was this energy, like there was just this connection. And I remember telling Ellen, like, oh my God, I think I like Fred. I was like, and then she was like, get out of here. I was like, yeah, but I can't, I'm in a relationship, kind of thing. But so I definitely believe that there was love at first sight. When we say love at first sight, it's like there's definitely an energy there. Not like you look into each other's eyes and you're like, I love you. No, it was more of an energy shift and connection. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you not agree with that answer? You look so confused.
Because based off that long story, it didn't seem like you believe in love at first sight. Because it wasn't love at first sight.
Okay, are we being literal? Love at first sight? Then no. I'm not going to be like, I look at him, oh my God, I love him.
What you explained is that, oh yeah, it was love at first sight after 3 months of knowing him.
No, it wasn't.
It was love at first energy.
Listen, it's different. Like some people are like, oh, is this person for me? Is this person not for me? Are we meant to be? Like, love at first sight definition for me, it does not mean the literal, I'm looking at you, oh my God, I love you.
Well, like, okay.
That is the definition.
Well, do you mean, so do you believe then in meeting somebody for the first time and being like, whoa, this could be my person?
Yeah. Yes. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yes. But if we're talking about the literal love at first sight, no, I don't.
That was just the definition of it.
What was the definition?
Meeting somebody and like, oh yeah, wow, this could be my person.
Yeah, that. Like.
But when you met him, you were like, this guy.
That's what I'm saying. Based on your answer, you gave your story of meeting him.
But I think
and that
because
did
the
not
first
equate to saying yes to love at first sight.
But the first time I met him was at a club. How am I gonna know? Like, I'm
not saying you have to. I'm just saying based on your answer, it doesn't line up with you saying
I guess yes. No, I don't believe in it.
No, you could.
No, you can believe in it.
Saying.
You can believe in it. It's just not what happened with you.
Yes, like you could. What happened here is you said yes, I believe in it, and then gave your story of how it wasn't love at first sight with your Fred. That's what it was.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, next question.
Okay.
What is the best thing about being a mother? And to 3 boys, no less! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Yes.
Say that again. What's the question?
What's the best thing about being a mother? And to 3 boys, no less! Exclamation point!
What's
exclamation point!
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Mother. What's the best thing about being a mother? I feel like the best thing about being a mother is seeing how Eric, Ethan, and Eli are growing into young gentlemen, good human beings, and just seeing how Fred and I have raised them with the foundations that we've raised them with, and knowing that, wow, we did that, and knowing that that will be our legacy that we leave behind.
Mm. I think that's a good thing about like having boys, where it's like there are so few great, amazing men on the planet. And so so to be a mom of boys, you can do one of two things. You can either like let them be boys and do whatever, or you can raise them to be like the actual men and like the people that we do need in the world, you know? Because like I've always talked about it where I'm like, this isn't about me, but I always talk about it where like, oh, I would never date the oldest of two boys, or I mean like the oldest of only boy siblings, and I would never date the youngest of only girl siblings. And I'm just like, there's a very specific way that they are raised that just doesn't sit with me, and it's a definitely like a stereotype or whatever, but I feel like you raising three boys is very against the grain a little bit, you know?
It's crazy you say that because, you know, we have three boys and I've always said, oh, I wanted a girl. And each time I was pregnant and it would turn out to be a boy, I'm like, all right, God, I hear you. My purpose in life is to raise three more good men on this earth because there are very few of them. Mm-hmm. So if that's the role you're giving me here, that is the role that I'm going to fulfill, and I'll do my best to raise three young gentlemen. Mm-hmm. And then when you said that thing about against the grain, it's funny you say that too, because I'll see TikTok reels or I'll see IG reels. They talk about the oldest is this, the middle is this, the youngest is this. Does not pertain to my boys whatsoever. Yeah. Like I'll look at it, I'm like, that's not Eric. That's not Ethan. That's not even Eli, you know? So it's funny that you say that. And they're very aware that we raise them very differently. We don't have a cookie cutter way of how we raise them. There's the foundation. Our foundation is always integrity, good human beings, come from a place of love, right? And then they all have three different personalities. Mm-hmm. So the way Kuya, Fred, and I raise him is to their personality. So I'll never raise Chubby like the way I raised Ethan, just because I'm like, oh my God, you're so much like your brother. I'm going to treat you like this. Like we really try to understand their individual personalities and feed off that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you were talking about it one time where you were talking about like how you motivate them and how like for Ethan, you could tell him he is the worst at something and it will only fuel him. But with Chubby, it's like a little bit different where it's like if you tell him that, it doesn't bring him up, it brings him down. Yeah. You know, so like you do it very differently with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is so good.
100%. Like there are just some people who aren't receptive. Sorry, who are
you are gurgling.
It's the coffee. Who aren't receptive to that type of motivation, right? And then there are people that like with Ethan, you could tell him something and he will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll prove you wrong," and it fuels him to say he can't do something. Fuels him, right? Whereas with Chubby, we wouldn't use that same technique because we would see it actually he just retreats from it. So you just have to know your child's personality style, and it's not about your way, right? It's a two-way relationship. With that said, take that with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, we didn't have this style raising them all throughout their life. First, they're children, and you need to parent them. Right? When they're children, you need to parent them. There's no negotiation. There's no like, let me know how you feel. Like, it's not like that. It's really, you're the parent, they're the child. As they start to grow and come into their own personality and be their own person, that's where you start to navigate the way the two-way parental child relationship is. Mm-hmm.
To all the mothers out there.
There definitely is no handbook.
Here's Friendword's advice.
Go tell them.
No, that was it. That was what the advice.
We were just summarizing the answer.
There's no handbook, so it's like fake it till you make it type of thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was gonna say something too about them, but I totally forgot.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. But I guess on the opposite side of things, then what would be the most challenging thing about being a mother? And I guess especially to boys too.
I think it's that. I think the challenging part is knowing their personalities and understanding how can I help them? How can I support them? What tools do they need in order for us to guide them accordingly, right? Like towards whatever their purpose-driven path is. So I think it's those are challenges. And another thing is I'm a woman, right? So
I had no clue.
I lean on Kuya Fred a lot to understand the boys more because they're young men, right? So we have a really good system where we divide and conquer, and I am the feely, academic, all that stuff type of parent, whereas Kuya Fred really is, let me teach you the way of the world, street smarts, common sense. This is what you're going to go through as a young man. Like that father type of parenting without the toxic masculinity, right? Mm-hmm. Which I have to say is such a great thing about him as a father, that he is able to break that generational trauma that a lot of young men go through, that they're taught toxic masculinity. And because of Kuya Fred's place of lovingness and vulnerability, he's able to teach them how to be young, good men without that toxicity. Why were you laughing?
No, because
I threw up a peace sign as you were talking about it.
About like the things that men go through and toxic masculinity.
Yeah. Yeah. I think was a laptop covering the peace sign.
Oh, I don't know.
No, put it up here.
I feel like that is such a good like marriage counseling question to ask. It's like, how do you and your partner raise your kids or whatever? Because I feel like the way you just described him, you're about to go home and be like, I love you. I just love you so much.
Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. Because you know what? Sometimes I do that.
I know.
Okay, well, it's my turn to ask a question from the questions that were given to us for Friendword. Here's the next question.
Oh my God.
In 3, 2...
You're like getting ready to get ready.
Yes. Share a memory from your early 20s. We all know this is a while ago, so we understand if you need to take your time.
I was just about to be like, okay, great. Now that we've talked about marriage, let's talk about a time where you were not in a relationship. You were literally in a relationship.
What was the question? Share a memory in my 20s?
Early 20s.
Early 20s. Okay.
FYI, that's 40 years ago.
No, it's not.
40 years ago. Shit. Okay. You know, it's funny that's a question, because I will break it down for you guys. Share a memory. I'm going to share quite a few in my 20s, because...
One.
No, quite a few, because it's...
Okay, go ahead.
It's a... I'm not even going to say the word, because these two are going to make fun of me.
I'll just say it.
I was gonna say, it's a doozy.
Yeah,
Why would we make...
We're not going to make fun of you.
That's fine.
Oh.
Everybody else will laugh on their own.
Okay. So my 20s. So let's start it with, I was pregnant with Eric at 20. I gave birth to Eric at 20. No, I gave birth to Eric at 20. Sorry. I gave birth to Eric at 20. I had my dream wedding at 25. We bought our first home, and I gave birth to Ethan at 28.
That's not early anymore.
It's my 20s. And then I was pregnant with Eli at 29. So all of those...
Your whole life happened in your 20s.
My whole life happened in my 20s. My career also was booming in my 20s. So it was literally people's, 30s? Was my 20s?
What the hell am I doing with my life?
I feel like I didn't have a 20s.
And we'll get into that in your aim.
We should ask you guys those questions. And you're living your 20s right now. You just passed it. So, Sean, you just passed it.
Like,
so
this is not about me right now.
we'll bring that.
I know I'm old. Okay, next question. I'm asking it. Are you ready for this?
You were asking the last three.
No, I know. No, I asked the last one. Kaylin asked the one before that. All right, are you ready for this? Yes, you are. F, marry, kill. Coffee, soda, alcohol.
F, marry, kill.
I feel like your kill
Coffee,
is
soda,
almost all of them.
alcohol.
Okay. Because my siblings have taught me how to properly use F, marry, kill, like in the early episodes. I would totally F alcohol, because it's good for time, from time to time, right? Right? Is that what it means?
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
Did you think of that ahead of time?
No, just now.
No way.
Yeah. So that's good. Yay, I'm getting it. Totally marry coffee, which I'm drinking right now.
Right. Old reliable.
Yeah. And absolutely kill soda. I don't drink it at all. At all. If people come to my house, I have to make sure, like, do you drink soda? I got to make sure I buy some soda. Oh, yeah. I see your soda, Caitlin.
I have so much soda, but I don't drink Diet Coke. I always have Diet Coke, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't have.
I need it for a guest.
Oh, Queen Fred. But
He
not
drinks
Diet
regular Coke now.
He drinks regular Coke now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He has phases
I know.
where he doesn't drink soda ever.
Stop
but
it.
then
Ever
drinks it
for
the
one
next
day.
week.
He always tells me he doesn't drink soda, and I'm like, babe, you're drinking a Sprite right now.
He's always like that.
He's like, no, at work, I'm drinking a lot of water, so maybe you're my witness, or you're his witness.
No, I'm telling you, he goes through phases sometimes. He'll be like, yeah, I'm not drinking soda anymore. It's bad for you. You look up all those ingredients. It's bad for you. You want to go to Margone's?
And then
I'm
he'll
gonna
have
get
a
a
Coke. You're absolutely right.
No, but we haven't been to Margone's in a while.
But every time we go out to dinner, he does get a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
All the
It's a
time.
special occasion for him to get one.
We go out all the time to eat, so he drinks soda all the time.
I was gonna say he probably like drinks water all the time, and then when we go out, because I'll do that. I'll drink soda when I go out.
Oh my god.
Except
Are
for
you-
right now.
I'm like,
What
are
up?
you out right
Sponsored by
now?
Diet Coke. I'm out right now. Be outside.
Cash me
Okay.
outside.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one piece of advice that someone gave you that stuck with you to this day and you would pass on?
You know what's crazy? Whenever I would be asked this question, I guess in the past, I never had like a good advice, like somebody giving me advice, only because I feel like I'm the one that always gives the advice. What are you doing?
I'm listening to your answer. Go ahead,
But
continue.
I can't see Caitlin's
He's like
face.
rocking
It's
back
okay.
and forth. I don't know
My
what's going
goodness
on.
gracious.
Now you have to do it again.
Okay. So I was always asked this question. I never knew how to answer it because I'm always the one that gives the advice, I feel like, right? I don't feel like advice has like given to me that resonated. I will say recently I was given the advice to unapologetically be me.
Was
Wait.
that recent? I feel like you've been doing this forever.
Do you think so?
You're always like, listen, guys,
I feel like
me."
it's the last year and a half.
Nah,
Damn.
you've been you.
Then this has been a long year and a half.
Yeah, I feel like it's the last year and a half that I'll say something and just be like, oh, well, that's how I feel. Or I'm just going to be me. I just always felt like I had to make myself feel small so that others will feel comfortable, right? I also think society has taught us that when we own our worth, that it's taking away from others. And I think the past couple of years, I've learned that when I own my own worth, that it empowers others to own theirs, right? But I think that's what I constantly tell myself when I see myself hiding or shrinking myself or making myself feel small, that I just remind myself, be unapologetically you. And if that makes other people uncomfortable, they need to look within themselves to see what it is about that's making them feel that way. So I just tell myself that.
Our deepest fear is not that we are
Oh my
inadequate.
God.
Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
100%. I love that, Sean Claudery.
Wasn't that your yearbook quote?
It's from Coach Carter.
No, I know. Oh, that wasn't your yearbook quote. I know what it was.
Say it again for the folks in the back.
There's no one there.
Say it again for the
It's
folks
just
in the
us
back.
three here.
Repeat it, because that is beautiful. Say it again.
Do I have to?
Yes, our deepest fear.
No, I don't want to. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest quotes ever from Coach Carter.
Own your power.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? You know how we always talk about how when people tell us what to do, we're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I was already going to do it, whatever. You just did that to Kuya. You were like, okay, say it again.
And he wants to do the complete opposite.
And he's like, no, I don't want to.
All right. Who's asking the next question? It's me. Wait, did you already ask two? Or?
Go ahead. Just ask whatever you want to ask.
Okay. Okay, are you ready for this?
You know, whenever you say that, it reminds me of Black Eyed Peas. Fergie, she's like, are you ready for this? You know, that line she does right before she sings.
She says
People, are you ready? You know, whatever. I don't know. Okay, fine.
What?
Forget it. Cut that out.
No, there's no cutting here. All right, I'm just going to ask in order. Are you ready for this?
Cameras.
This is the question that was given to us for you. Name 3 things that you and Fred that's a misspelling. Name 3 things that you and Fred do regularly to maintain a strong connection. What's your fave? What's Fred's fave?
3 things.
Yes.
The first thing is communication. Are we talking about like that? Like what makes our relationship? Is that what you guys...
However you interpret it.
Okay, it's definitely communication. I think throughout our relationship, that's something that we continuously work on. I think there was a time in our relationship where he felt, you know me well enough, you should know how I feel. But no, I'm not a mind reader. You know, like, help me understand where your head is at right now, right? Because, you know, he can come home, maybe having a bad commute, then he'll be moody. And it's like his expectation is I should already know why he's feeling the way he's feeling. But no, I don't. I'm having my own day, probably having a great time, having a great day. So I don't know why you're feeling that way, right? And then I'm very clear that if, let's just say he's coming home and he's venting, he'll say, he'll vent or whatever the case may be. And because I'm an automatic problem solver, like I like to solve for things, I'm already in there. And you guys know this too. Like when you guys just want to vent, I'm already there trying to like come up with solutions, right? So what I've done for myself is when he's coming home to vent, I'm very clear to be like, okay, do I need to hear you vent? You need advice, or do you need me to solve for you? And if he's like, no, I just want to vent it out, then I'm okay. I allow myself to hear the vent and not have to solve for it. So communication's key. That's one. I think also spending time together is another thing that we do. Even when we had only Eric, and then especially when we had the 3 boys and they were young, we always made time for ourselves where we would do at least one family vacation, and then we would do a getaway, just him and I, right? And we do a lot of date nights. Like, we do a lot of date nights. Like tonight, actually, Eric is out. He's going to be out with his, and it's different. They're older now, right? But even when they were younger, we would do this too. But Eric's going to be out tonight. Ethan and Eli are going to be at a party. So your friend and I are going to go out to dinner, right? So I definitely think spending time together and not making it only about being a mom and dad for your kids. Because at the end of the day, you're husband and wife first, right? Third, this might be a little TMI.
Oh no, I know what it is already.
No,
Stop. That's fine.
no.
Next. I already know what you're talking about.
How often?
No, wait, stop.
Once a week
I
at least.
see the guy every day.
Oh yeah.
Way more than once a week. Thank God.
I see him every day.
Thank God.
Just
Every
compartmentalize
day.
Wait,
that.
no, it's so funny.
Compartmentalize that.
Because me and Ate always say how me and her can talk about these things, but we could never talk about this with you.
Why not?
Like, we don't want to know about your sex
Well,
life.
no, you know what it is different. Because that's Kuya
It's
Fred.
different.
I see the guy every day.
What are you
We
going
go
to look
get
at? You're going
lunch.
to think of
No.
it. See, you just have to compartmentalize and not think of that aspect.
We're going to eat fried chicken. I'll be like, oh, so how was your night?
You're like, was last night connection night? Or with children?
Absolutely. You
Yeah,
can't
you
just
have to.
stop. Yeah.
Oh, I would never stop.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Do a weekend getaway. Do
Where
something.
are you guys going for dinner?
I have no idea. Actually, that's what I was.
Tonight is connection night.
I was looking at my
I'm
phone.
coming. I'm going to dinner.
I was looking at my phone and I was trying to see like, ooh, what restaurants have we not tried yet?
I'm interrupting that. I'm going to dinner.
I hope your daughter is conceived tonight.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? I was telling I was telling Eric, I was like, oh my God, Eric, imagine if I got pregnant now and had a baby. How crazy would that be? That'd be so weird. And Eric was like, actually, it'd be kind of cool if we had a little sister.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? You guys will parent them.
Maybe it's your time.
Or then maybe Eric will just have his own kid.
Oh, Lord. Or maybe you. Oh, maybe
Nope.
you.
Not
Caitlin.
for a long time.
I'm really excited, and I can't wait to have little nieces and nephews. Like, more.
I was saying that actually. I've always wanted kids, but
my God,
I think
this
as
again.
I've gotten older, I've gotten like more. What's the word? Like I like the idea of just being like the cool uncle.
Come
more
on.
than
There's
having,
no.
There's no way.
No, I'll
you were
still have
literally
my
born
own
to
kids.
be a
I'll still
father.
have my own kids, but nah.
I'm so curious
Nah.
how you'll raise kids. Like,
I'm gonna throw them.
I
Throw 'em
think there's
like a
a
football.
fine line between old school parenting and gentle parenting.
Oh, for sure.
I think you guys will have that. I
I
think you'll have a
hope to
both.
have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I will definitely lock myself in like a room and cry for a sec.
And that's okay.
So many parents do that.
Yeah,
They like go
it's-
into their pantry and they sob.
Yep.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
so me.
It's fine. Especially if you have a colic kid that won't stop crying.
Yeah, you're a colic baby.
Ethan was a colic kid. I know.
Oh my
I know.
See, me and him are the same.
That's why
Two
he's your
peas in a
godson.
pod.
Middles.
Yeah,
Always
definitely.
crying.
And that's okay. I think as mothers, it is okay to lock yourself up and be like, I can't do this anymore. And then cry.
Yeah.
Like, this is enough.
No, actually, I'd probably call you. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, I might have
Yeah.
to sell them.
I'll be like, just drop them off. Just drop them off. Go. Do whatever you got. Give me them. You know, as long as they're really.
they're good.
Yes.
I
If they're
know.
good. If they're good, just drop them off. We'll take them. We'll take them.
Okay. Next cue. Is there a moment or moments that shifted your perspective, and how has that influenced your decision? So whoever asked this question, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Is there a moment or what's your perspective?
Repeat the question.
Is there a moment or moments that shifted your perspective? How has that influenced your decision?
Oh, yes. I don't know what the intent of the question was, but is there a moment that shifted my perspective? Was that what it said?
Yeah, like I know that there is, but I think
Maybe like
I'm
outlook
confused
on life.
about. Oh, okay, maybe. I was confused about like how has that influenced your decision? I'm like decision for
Oh,
what?
I think decision in, I'm assuming like decision with
In
that
life?
or decision in life.
Okay, go
For
ahead.
with what I'm gonna say is hopefully this answers the question.
Wait, I feel like I know what it is.
What is it?
Is it when you went to the fortune teller, the psychic?
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
never
no, no.
mind. Okay, go ahead.
Is it when you were in the trash can?
No. When mommy thought I was in garbage bags, no. It was actually having Eric.
Motherhood.
It was when I became a mother that I realized I'm not only surviving for me anymore, that I have this little human. And Freny, you need to get your fucking life together. Because if you don't get your life together, you could either go on this path in your life, which is not the best path, and continue in that trajectory, because that's the trajectory I was heading towards, or you can make a shift and a change in your life, better choices for yourself, so that you are being a better human being for this little human that you are now responsible for. And I let Eric know that all the time. Like, it was, he was what changed my life. So that's why, you know, obviously, who wants to have a kid at 20, 21, right? Like, if you had a choice, it's not really your choice. I had no choice. That was
I did.
You wanted to have a kid at 20?
I wanted to have a kid early.
Yeah. I feel
True.
like that was a pivotal moment in my life. And because of that, he was kind of like my North Star? Is that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that really just changed my whole perspective.
I
in
can
life.
see that. I think a lot of people I know that are parents, that's like the same kind of like thing. Like when they first become a parent, they're like, oh shoot, like I really got to get my stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we were kids raising a kid. Think about it, right? Think about when you guys were 20, 21. Even Eric, he's like, when he turned, I think, 23, he was like, fuck, yo, guys, this is when my dad had me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, we really are just like kids. Like, I think we'll always feel like kids. Like, I don't know. Especially when you're given any kind of responsibility. It's like, dang, I'm a kid and you trusted me with responsibility.
Oh my God, yeah. Like at work.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean?
The first time,
12.
First time I became a manager and they gave me keys to a store and they're like, oh yeah, you're in charge of like just closing and opening. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're trusting me
Yeah.
with keys to a store?
I'm just a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of that part where you're like trusted with all of these things, what do you love about your career and what do you not love about it? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like what Sean said, like I was early in my career in my 20s, there was a lot of things that I had to do leading wise, management wise, that I was responsible for. So I can also resonate with what you're saying about, shit, I'm a kid and you want me to negotiate these contracts or you want me to now onboard this vendor, things like that, right? But in my career, so I feel like my legacy is motherhood. And I feel like that resonates in all aspects of my life, not only family, but also in my job. And I think I'm a strategic problem solver, right? And I thrive off identifying and resolving financial discrepancies, optimizing budgets, accurate reporting. And by identifying all of this, it really helps me. By identifying all this, it helps me with my...
I feel like
Hold
you're
on,
in an
hold on.
interview right
Yeah,
now.
I'm not interviewing you. I'm not offering your position.
Yeah,
right
I don't.
now.
I don't.
I just want to know.
Why did you say like
No, 'cause you know what it is? So guys, this is about, we talk about this all the time. There's code switching, right? So when I'm in work mode, I go in work mode.
I just want to know what you like about your job and what you don't
I
like.
love...
She likes to actualize and
No.
the
forecast.
Excels really speak to her in
I
that
feel
way.
like the investigative aspect of my job energizes me,
Okay, cute.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
There,
Yeah.
like that, the investigated. Yeah, you know what it is? I go into like, see, this is the thing about me, right? Guys, like I'm very like work mode. Like and even on my offsites. So I go on these offsites and people there get to know me. And when they get to know me, it's like at work, they know work Freny, right? They know work Freny. And then when we're at these offsites, they see this personality that is like, oh my God, this is a whole different side of you, Freny, right?
Work Freny is such loading icon Freny.
Yeah.
Like that's why she couldn't do a video for her AMA because she talks like that.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought I was at work
Yeah,
in an interview.
I was so
Somebody
confused.
interviewing for a position. I was like, what's going on?
She's like,
it's
my
Saturday.
favorite part about my job is the sum if function on Excel. I live to use it.
Yeah.
My favorite part is that when I don't know the answer, I'm a go-getter and I will find the answer. I'm a problem solver.
What's your greatest weakness? I really take on too much. I have a really hard time saying no, but I'm working on it, and I'm working on setting boundaries. But I really love helping out where I can.
Yeah. No, it's really true because my coworkers will tell me like I'm this fun Freny and we're at the offsite and we're doing this, and then all of a sudden someone will ask me about something, a contract or some type of, and I will switch and I'll go into work mode and they're like, yep, there it is. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I just
And
go
they
into
see
that
the loading
mode.
icon on the top of your head.
Loading icon.
And I'm like a machine gun because I'm just like, brrr. Yeah. Yeah, there's...
Oh, yeah, we know.
What don't you like?
Everything she said in the interview.
So I like to go in a proactive approach versus a reactive approach, and inefficiencies kill me, right? I just can't. Like if I'm looking at something and it doesn't make sense to me, it just bothers me. And I like to, although I'm a problem solver and a solutions leader, right? I don't like to waste that time. I'd rather spend that time in strategic initiatives, right? Like how are we optimizing efficiencies versus constantly putting fires out? And I feel like that's the reactive approach. And I don't like that. Like, I feel like my job is a lot of problem solving, and that's the part of my job that I don't like, the reactive. And I always go, I say that all the time. Guys, the reason I'm asking these questions is I like to be proactive versus reactive. And historically at this company, I feel like we're always putting fires out. Let's look at this holistically and approach this differently.
If anybody's hiring, she has great interview skills.
I mean, her whole skill set is there. She's already said
I actually don't. It's like, you see, I switch off. It's like personal, then, oh, we're talking about work, career? Okay.
Don't you forget, guys. She has a budget. She actualizes against it. She connects the dots, and what is it called?
Don't forget, I bridge the gap.
She bridges the gap and connects the dots. Don't you forget.
Don't you forget
She
that.
also forecasts. She forecasts the weather, she
I
said.
know y'all mocking me and stuff like that, but when y'all need your finances done, ate.
No, my
Except for Gonza.
finances are fine.
Did you know my friends go to me?
Oh, yeah. And you're like, if you only knew.
If you only knew who I was.
And then they go to me.
Anyway. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, we have one more question left for friend word.
Bum, 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 bum.
You want to ask it, or do you want me to ask it?
Girl.
I want to ask it. Okay, friend word. Last question of the day. If you can invite a guest to your podcast, anyone could... If you can invite a guest to your podcast, ... anyone, could be a celebrity, politician, public figure. Who would it be and why?
It's funny you asked that question because
today's
Nanai's death anniversary, right? And, sometimes I'm thinking, oh, would I want Eckhart Tolle? Would I want this? If I really think about it, it would be Mamai, our grandfather. Why do you laugh?
Why'd you laugh? No way, that's crazy.
Because Nana would be sick being like, it's Nana's death anniversary. I would ask her husband.
No, you know what it is? It's like Nanai's always the first, right? Like as the matriarch of our family, it's always like Nanai. And then I sometimes think Mamai is like missed, right? So it's like when you ask that question, the first person that came to my mind, although it's Nanai's death anniversary, is Mamai, right? Like there are so many questions I want to ask him about, our lineage and the history of our family. Like it wasn't until recently that I found out we had a street name named after us in the Philippines. I didn't know that, like I just wish that I could ask the questions that I want to know now. And I wish when I was younger, I knew that I wanted to know these questions, because I would have asked them while he was still alive.
Yeah.
So I have all these questions that I want answered, and he would definitely be someone I'd want to interview.
What about living?
Was the question living?
No, it was living or not.
Ask.
Doesn't matter. But she's just curious.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Living would be Eckhart Tolle. I would love to. Yeah.
She doesn't want any women on her podcast.
Yeah, Eckhart Tolle. Sorry.
Yeah.
All
Fair.
right.
No, those are good answers.
Sounds good.
And to end it off, what's your current obsession?
College. Guys. College. Like we're doing some college visits. I have been trying to just acclimate myself into that world again. So yeah, it's college.
Wonderful.
Great.
Nice. In conclusion, that's the end of the episode.
Hey, what is it? Just my obsession because it's just my AMA?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And this has been Friendwords AMA. If you want more, please ask more questions. Maybe we'll do like
Part 2?
No.
I think only people
I
can
think-
only take part one of you.
I think maybe we can do like an AMA series on our stories where you can ask questions and then
And
we
I'll
answer it. Yeah.
I love that.
What can I say? And our next AMA will be ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum.
Sean Connery.
So don't forget to ask him some questions. Send in everything you want to know about this little mute boy, and
Or don't.
No, send the questions, please.
ask hard
Yes.
hitting questions.
Questions.
Make him squirm. Make him
sweat.
cry.
It's your life. You are the pilot of your own life. You have your own choices. You don't have to listen to what we're asking you
I hope
to
this
do.
isn't what your AMA is like.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, if you're gonna make fun of my AMA, I'm gonna totally make fun of yours.
Oh,
if
you
that's
definitely
yours.
should. I encourage it.
Okay, great. See you guys next time.
Do 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 do.
Do do.
Peace out, Girl Scout.